So we're starting with port de bras. So this is a roll down with a single hand on the bar. And the challenge here is to roll evenly through the spine while rotating the spine and flexing the spine versus not laterally flexing or side bending the spine. So I'm just going to start her with a single arm roll down, which is where I would start as a prep. So place your right hand in the middle there. The left hand is just going to reach under the bar. Both collarbones or both shoulder blades are going to be nicely stabilized, neutral spine. She's going to exhale and she's just going to roll down the spine. Don't worry about doing anything other than the roll down, pressing those feet into the bar. Tuck that pelvis, breastbone reaches, good, and she's just gonna finish there as she inhales. As she exhales, she's just gonna drop her chin to her mid-neck, round forward and over, and then she's just gonna sit right back up. Switch hands. So this is also a nice place to get your client used to switching hands while there's some resistance on the bar. Again, exhale, roll your pelvis back, blow it out. Good, and she's doing a great job of keeping her eyes looking straight forward. Inhale to finish the roll down. Exhale, gently nod your chin towards your mid-neck. Find that nice flexion through the spine, and then sit up tall. Good, and then switch hands. All right, so this next one is the full. So she's gonna start with her left hand under the bar. She's gonna sweep her arm back and through as she rolls her pelvis down, following her gaze with her hand all the way down onto the mat. So she's gonna finish, go all the way down, keep going. So your head's gonna touch down. She's gonna roll to the center. The arm's gonna come over her head. Then with outside bending, so watch it here, you're gonna rotate those ribs, flexing the spine, yep, as you first rotate, so look over to that side and then start to roll up the spine there. Good, to then come up to sitting, and then at the top she switches her hands. And again, she sweeps that arm back, following the gaze with her hand, back through. She comes down to the mat. She stops just for a moment in the center so she can feel her alignment. She then rotates over and comes back up. Beautiful, nice job. And then places that hand on the bar at the top. One more each side. Exhale, sweep that arm back and through. Go all the way down to the mat, gaze looks straight up at the ceiling, then she rotates looking over to the side, blowing it out, nice, and sits right back up, switching hands on the bar. One more time. Exhale, sweep that arm back, press into those feet, rolling through the spine. Come to the center, pause for just a moment, and then continue over to the other side, flexing and sitting back up. Good job. All right. So now we're going to do twist with pulses. So again, single hand on here. Other hand's going to be underneath the bar. Her first movement is to rotate the spine, kind of like you do in saw. So she's just going to rotate, again, follow the gaze, keeping the shoulders right over the hips. So the first, stay right there on top of yourself. Good. She's going to think of reaching into the diagonal with that pinky finger, looking at it, and reach, and the opposite hip lifts up. She backs off just a little from that, and then reaches deeper for a second reach. Open that chest a little more. Good. And then come up just a little and reach even deeper. Good. Now come all the way back up, staying neutral spine in rotation, bringing the shoulders right over the hips. Hand lifts up. Still look right back there. So you finish shoulders over hips in rotation, and then unrotate, switching hands on the bar. Reach the other arm out to the side and rotate. So stay shoulders on top of hips. Reach the fingertip to the diagonal. Open the chest, the opposite hip lifts so you stay equidistant in your rib cage. Good. Now back off a little from there, coming up. Reach a little deeper too. Keep that chest open even more. Beautiful. Keep looking at that hand. Third time's a charm. Reach it out. Come all the way back up. Place that hip down, staying in rotation, shoulders over your hips, and then unrotate and come back to the center. Nice. Switching hands on the bar. One more time each side. Good. Reach it up and rotate. Reach the fingertip out and away. Opposite hip lifts. You're reaching to that diagonal way over there. And then back off a little. Reach a little deeper, keeping the breastbone open. Ribs reaching away from hips. And thinking of not laying into the shape, but reaching out of it. And then come all the way back up. Keeping that reach, crown of the head to the ceiling. And then unrotate. Beautiful. Coming back around. Hand on the middle of the bar, switch that hand, rotate, lifting up, and then from there, reach that finger to the diagonal, lengthening it out, 1, switch it off a little bit, good, and reach out longer, 2, keep reaching through that shape, open chest, back it off a little, gorgeous, and keep reaching even longer, 3, and then come all the way back up, tall spine, and then unrotate to come around. Very nice. Okay.